Now, what you would expect as you get through the project and you get towards the end, and management starts to sound like, if any of you have kids, the kids in the back seat, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Right? Are we done yet? Can we ship yet? Can we ship yet? Can we ship yet? Right? Well, what you can do is you say, all right, here's the red list, here's the black list. If you're cool with these two lists, ship it. Right? See, now you're reporting to people outside of testing in terms that they can relate to, because you're reporting in terms of residual risk. And this has been a traditional gap that's led to a lot of problems, I think, for test teams, is that we report what we know, but we report it in our terms, typically, as testers. We report it in terms of test cases and bug counts and that sort of thing, and it just goes sailing over the heads of most of the people outside of testing who hear that. But in risk-based testing, by tracking your test back to risk, you can actually start to report in terms of something that management can relate to, which is risk, right? And you've established, you get a clear linkage between, why does this test matter? Well, this test matters because it relates to this risk item. And you told me you care a lot about this risk item, right? Why does this bug matter? Because it traces back to this risk item, and you told me you cared a lot about that risk item. And you cared a lot about, you care about these failed test cases for the same reason, right? It establishes a connection between what the stakeholders told you they cared about at the beginning of the project in the risk analysis and what you're now telling people, either it doesn't work or we're not done testing that yet, okay? And this takes us as testers out of the role of sort of the quality, what was the name for the people, augurs? Is that the right name? People who like read the sheep entrails, and that was at least what the Greeks did. The Greeks, before they would have a battle or do much of anything, they'd do sacrifice, and there was always this kind of trying to do augury, prediction of the future, based on, they disembowel this poor innocent sheep, and it's like, oh, well, this pile of sheep entrails tells me that this is going to happen or that's going to happen. Every now and then that didn't turn out that way, right? And you can imagine what happened to the soothsayers. You were wrong, right? And traditionally, I think in the testing, we've been kind of in that same role of, we've done this sort of mysterious thing that nobody understands, and we've looked at this pile of information that nobody's quite clear on what it means, and it kind of smells bad, and we go, oh no, you can't ship it yet, right? Or, oh, go ahead and ship it, and then something horrible happens, and people come back and we say, well, we told you it was an unpropitious pile of sheep guts, And so this is taking us out of that role and saying, oh, no. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to actually report information in terms that people can understand, and we're going to then let them make the call, right? We have then achieved a primary mission of a test team, which is to deliver useful information in an actionable kind of way, and then we can back off, right? So I think it's a real step forward if you can make this happen.